Stav, as our viewers can hear from the whistling in the background, we've had a very windy day here on day 3 of the Dragon Grand Prix Cannes. Tell us a little bit about it. Tell us who you've got with you.
You're right, Fee. It was quite windy today. I've got 2 Corinthians with me today, Sami, Salomaa and Stewart Reed. Both sailed today. We started with quite a light wind, but the forecast was exactly what we've got now, a strong wind from the west, and so we knew we had to get the race in quite early, especially if we wanted to do 2. But as you can hear, there wasn't a chance to get a second race in. But anyway, we'll talk more about that in a minute. So Sami is at a 10 today.
Yeah,
brilliant. Corinthian sailor with a top 10, and also Sami is the sculptor who's made this fantastic prize. It's a bronze statue, 3 guys sailing a dragon, isn't it? And it's fantastic. And he's from Helsinki.
I'm from Helsinki.
Just tell us a little bit about how you actually made the sculptor.
Well, sculpting is what I do.
Yeah.
And actually, this idea came from the subject I do in my sculpting, which somehow try to figure out basically the human problem, and the idea that how we are disconnected from the nature, and our ego, which is overpowered nowadays and makes us feel bad. So I continue this idea with the statue, which the name is Flow.
Yes.
It actually tells about the situation where the boat, the wind, the water, and also the crew gets kind of connected to each other.
Okay.
So it becomes one with the nature. The crew.
Jesus, I wasn't expecting such an in-depth explanation, but I'm glad you said it.
Artists are good at that.
And
they do something and then they get a fine explanation for that.
And I remember when we were in Helsinki, the initial thought this would be for the Gold Cup winner.
That's right, yes.
And then when we got to the prize giving, and of course in the Gold Cup, the winner, which was Jürgen Schoner last year in Helsinki,
that's right.
Is getting this fantastic Gold Cup from the Clyde Yacht Club. So we thought, well, your statue would be such a beautiful prize, but wasted a little bit on the Gold Cup. So then we came up with this idea of presenting it to the winner of this Grand Prix series, this European series, and this is the first grade 1 of that series. So we're very grateful for you for giving that. Now, Stewart, you've just come into the class.
Absolutely.
You've got one of my old bears, the one with the 2 red water lines. Just first of all, what made you come into the Dragon class? Apart from the fact you were drinking lunch.
I have a beer. Completely by accident, because I actually sail at home in the UK at Sunbeam, which is a keelboat of similar size and weight.
Yes.
But he's only ever sailed at inch and aeronaut cows. And I've been sailing big classics down here for a couple of 3 seasons, which was coming to an end. The owner was very poorly, and we're sitting in the yacht club here having lunch with all the dragons outside. Someone said, "You ought to buy one of these." In fact, that one.
Okay.
And so I did.
So you did. Well, I've not known you that long, but I can certainly see that you're a spontaneous sort of chap, and you're the most regular one I've seen in the Irish bar every night, without fail.
You got there first.
Now, you went around the course today. Let's just explain. We started in about 20 knots. The main problem we have in the West Bay of Cannes is the depth. I mean, really, really deep. And just to give you an example, it takes 15 minutes for a mark to be laid and secured on the bottom. And if we have to move it, it's more or less 20 minutes, because you've got to pick it up and then drop it somewhere else. And if you have to move 2, it gets into the half an hour or 35 minutes. So the fact we had a wind shift just before the start meant that everybody had to wait around for another hour or 2. I mean, it was just unbelievable. Anyway, we got a race away. You both finished the race. Sami was 10. How did you get on, Stewart?
We weren't in the top 10.
No.
But we managed a 40th, which for us is an improvement.
That's excellent.
And we got around the course without breaking anything, which we were very, very relieved.
We have a fleet of 51, so there were 11 boats behind you. I know today that there were 2 boats black flagged. Unfortunately, those were Grant Gordon, who's in with a chance of winning overall, and Gerard Blanc, the organiser here. So again, it proves that there's no favouritism here at all. First day, the sponsor was kicked out, and then we kick out the guy that's going to be craning us all out tomorrow. So that's another story. But anyway, when we finished this race today, we started in 20 knots. It went to 25 during the race, and then on the last beat it went to 28. And as soon as we go over 25, which is our cut-off, then we can't race anymore, which is why we put AP over A, and everybody came back in. And I think
I'm very pleased.
There were a few that retired, exactly, and of course the 2 black flags, and so there we are. So you see everybody's either back in the harbour repairing their boats or having a well-earned drink. So again, thank you very much, Sami, for presenting this fantastic trophy.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
You're going to be in Palmer, obviously, because we need you there to present it. All right. In November.
All right.
And then you need to do one other, because you need to do 3 out of the 4.
All right.
So maybe you won't go to Cascais, but maybe you can get to Kulingsborn. We have to work on you for that.
All right. That's a new thing for me. But we'll figure it out anyway.
Good. And Stewart, will you be doing any other Grade 1 events, or just staying locally?
Our next event is Torbay, so we're going to Lake Garda in a few weeks' time. Then we're
that's the German Championship. Okay.
Then we're coming back down here in the autumn. Not quite sure we're going to come to here or go across to Palmer.
Yep.
But I'm sure I'll be given some advice and encouragement by the great and the good of the class and work out a plan somehow.
Okay. Well, it's great to have you guys here. Thank you very much, and more to follow tomorrow.
Thank you, Stav.
Thank you.